Ooh, got a lander can. I can actually land on the moon now. Not that I couldn't do it with a capsule. Hold on, what's the weight on it? Ooh, it is lighter. Huh, I like that. Anyways, what up, Big Cup? You like that? Was that interesting? Did I interest you guys? I don't know. Y'all are weird. I'm weird too, don't worry. So I do have actually monopropellant in here. Not that I need to use it yet, but I am definitely going to put a couple of battery packs going to electrical here. Ooh, first electrical items. I like it. We are going to drop them actually probably here, because that will stay out of the way of most thermal impact. Oh, that's kind of weird. Oh, yeah. Oh, God. Yeah. Something was lopsided, right? Was it? Looks right. Huh. I don't know. I don't remember. I am going to use a scientist for this one. But who's our scientist right now? We got Bob. Got Bob. Get rid of Jebediah. I love him. Love him to death. We're gonna take Bob. He's a scientist. He can do more science. We are also going to do something we did not do before. We are going to take a... Ooh, oh god, alright. We are going to take an antenna. So we actually do have communication with our space center, right? Space center is important. Communication's important. Speaking of which, communication, leave a comment down below. Ideas for landing modules on the moon. I am terrible at landing, just for the record. If you have something that you can give me a hint at, let me know. I can never make a landing module that can return. I never have. And that one's on me. I fully appreciate that. I've also never watched the actual car go up the thing before. I always just wondered how it got there. Where's it going? What's it doing? Whatever. Okay. So we're just gonna take what we have now. We can already orbit the moon. I'm just gonna modify it a little bit. My orbital trajectory. We don't need to do. Where's it going? Is it going up there? It's actually drive. Huh. It drives off. Why is it going to the roof? Oh, it's going back down. Huh, weird. Anyways, we're gonna save this, got some batteries on. I do not want to run out of electricity again. No one's perfect, you know? Okay, we are going to throttle up, check staging one more time. Perfect. So we're gonna launch in 3, 2, 1, launch. What a beauty. Love it. Oh, wait. Okay, yeah, we're still good on intercept course for the moon, more or less. So we are going to start pitching here relatively shortly. We do have... maneuver planner. Ooh. More advanced mech jeb. Don't know why. Odd. Okay. But, yeah, so last time we actually talked about that game. I think it's a good idea for a game. CSGO style, physically simulated, liquid physics. You shoot somebody, they bleed, blast their brains out. You know, all that. Look at Bob down here. He's having a blast. Much like brains out of someone's head. Would you guys play that? I would play that. I mean, I already like Counter-Strike. I've been playing Counter-Strike Source for, I don't know, 13 years, 14 years. Kinda got a little tired of it, although my favorite is definitely, like, surf maps. Who doesn't like surf maps? And I used to love, like, puzzle maps in Half-Life 2 multiplayer. I think those were really fun. They were definitely a good time. That's for sure. I miss them. I wish those servers were still around. Unfortunately, Half-Life 2 is no longer popular, for better or worse. But, you know, if Valve just made another Half-Life outside of VR, a non-VR Half-Life, I think it would be just as popular, definitely. And we are going to stage in 3, 2, 1, stage. Main engine initialization. We are going to set our maneuver. So in this case, because the moon is a bit off of our trajectory, and we do need to do a good amount of... circularization and burning for this. We are going to circularize first, right? We're going to do that here, and I am going to mess around a little bit with mech jeb to show you that it is complicated, but it can be done. We'll see if we actually end up using it here or there. I should, especially transferring between planets. It has an entire section just for that. We are now going to time warp to our maneuver node, and hopefully we can make our circularization burn with no issues. Cool. So, gonna give it a couple seconds. Coming up on the burn in 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, burn. This game sure is peaceful. It's a lot more peaceful when you have ample electric charge. I can definitely tell you that. That is for sure. Wow. Hey, leave a like on the video for me still not adding any mods. Oh gosh, what a world we are living in, my friends. A modless world. It could look like Earth, with clouds, and the same Earth continents, and all the fancy features of Earth, like cities. But no. No, my friends. I am an imperfect being, much like everyone else. And I really do like raspberries. I've been eating a lot of raspberries from Costco. I know I said that weirdly. Don't hate on me for it. No one's perfect. In fact, far from it. Oh, should be. There it is. Nice and simple. As for the record, I did guesstimate that. There was by far 0% knowledge of where it was going to. Ooh, 19,000. Yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect. Ooh, Jesus. That's like interplanetary space right there. That's way outside our orbit. Okay, weird. Also, I've never been to any of the unknown objects. I would love to one day go to one. I'm assuming they're comets. They're, I don't know, just general satellites of the sun. Who knows? I've never been to any of them. I really don't know, actually. It's a good question. Maybe we'll end up going to one of those, too. What do you guys think about that? Leave a comment down below on that one, because I've never actually been to any of the unknown objects. I'm not even sure. I've never even looked them up. Oh my gosh. I've been missing out so much. Wow. Yeah, this would be quite the sight to behold. Looking out of your capsule and seeing the planet go by. Imagine seeing it go by that quickly. I'd be very concerned. Going too fast, as it were. Yeah. Oh yeah, actually, what is it you guys kind of want to know about? I know about a lot of stuff. Like, anything space-related, I can generally give a decent synopsis about. Obviously, things humans genuinely know about, right? What's inside a black hole? Technically, we don't know. It's theoretically an infinitesimally small, finite point that exists, that is just a gravitational well. Everything gets sucked into it and never comes back out, right? The event horizon, the black hole itself you're seeing, is just generally how much... Ooh, come on. Focus for a second, hold on. And there we go, within 0.1 meters per second. What you see from a black hole, the event horizon, if you will, is the point at which light itself can no longer escape the gravitational forces of the black hole, right? So that's why it's completely pitch black. No light escapes at that point. The actual physical object around the black hole you see, like in photos and things, you know, artist recreations, that's actually what's called the accretion disk, right? So, let's say a sun gets pulled in, the sun floating around over there. That's a bunch of fissile material, you know, product of fusion itself, with usually hydrogen and various other elements, heavier elements as the sun grows older and older. Those get sucked in, and over time, they get pulled in like a drain into the black hole. But you're only seeing the material surrounding it, orbiting it, and getting sucked in. You can't see the black hole itself. There's nothing to see. Once light goes in, it never comes out, so we can't visibly observe it. The only thing we've ever theorized and possibly observed, I actually don't even know, is Hawking radiation. It's essentially a black hole not receiving enough material to sustain itself. And this form of radiation is blasting out of it. The black hole's losing energy. And once the black hole can no longer sustain itself, because it does not have enough energy anymore, well, it decidedly explodes. Everything explodes out of it, theoretically. That's my understanding, and I think that's the general understanding and assumption of a black hole. I had an interesting theory about why galaxies are the way they are, and they're so thoroughly separated from each other. You know, a galaxy itself essentially orbits a supermassive black hole. And that black hole, once it goes through its lifespan, and now it is no longer able to sustain itself, well, it now explodes. And all that material, after having been sucked in from the galaxy around it, gets blasted back out in this absurdly massive explosion. Something far beyond anyone's comprehension, quite frankly. And it's to the point that all that material, while traveling along with this black hole after it explodes... Ooh, that's a lot of science. Alright, I'm gonna read this real quick. The high radiation environment caused a few of the samples to glow. It looks like it'll be fun to paint the rocket with this. Oh, my friend Bob. It sounds like a very scientific explanation. Oh, gosh, okay. So we are gonna transfer this data to here, and on the way out, we are going to do our best to here. Let's have an EVA again. We are going to do our best to try and get some more data on the way out, because we may not have picked up all of the science in high orbit. I'm not really sure at this moment. I have to double check. Anyways, where was I? Black holes, they could easily explode after going through their life cycle, right? Collected and recorded temperature data from the environment, and now all that matter is being pulled back in towards itself after this explosion runs through its course, and once again becomes an entire galaxy, right? Logically speaking. And then over time again, things get sucked in and towards the center, back, and another black hole forms, and it just continues the cycle. It kind of almost contradictory to the idea of the heat death universe. I'm sure at some point in time, matter would no longer be able to sustain itself, just the way it is. But in the end, reset that. No, I'm not gonna do that. That looks stupid. But in the end, I mean, we really don't know, so it's kind of difficult. It's kind of difficult to make any assumptions on it, right? We'll see. One day I'm sure we'll know. Leave a like for the explanation of a black hole. Infinitely small point of gravity. A star collapses in on itself, and the usually an iron core. Iron, surprisingly, it's kind of a dead end for a star. You know, it goes, helium, it starts hydrogen, helium, keeps going through the elemental cycle and keeps fusing into heavier and heavier elements until it hits iron, where iron no longer, at that point, even if you fuse into a heavier element, doesn't give any energy back. It takes more energy to create iron than it does to actually receive energy from that reaction. Right? When you make a nuclear explosion, well, we barely even use a percentage of the actual material, the plutonium or uranium that we're using, and yet you get this super massive explosion. Think of the SAR bomb, the largest one we ever actually exploded. Unbelievably massive, incomprehensibly massive of an explosion. And yet, stars do thousands of times more than that in a very short amount of time. I mean, every second, every ripple on the sun's surface is larger than the sun, than the Earth itself. My bad. It's baffling to me. But yeah, when the star collapses in on itself and it can't sustain its own weight because the nuclear reaction is not putting enough force outward, where gravity is now pulling in harder than the force is pushing out, and it collapses, that core just succumbs to gravity. And it falls into this infinitely small, finite point of a gravity well. At least, again, that's our understanding of it. And it gets to the point that, again, light can't even escape. Everything gets sucked in. And all the material that keeps getting sucked in just increases the mass of this object and increases the gravitational influence and becomes a supermassive black hole over time if it keeps sucking more material in. It's pretty incredible, actually. It would be interesting to witness the explosion of a black hole, that's for sure, to say the least. I don't know. I think it would be pretty incredible. I think it really would. We could actually almost go to minimus. Okay, so we are going to drop our... Oh, perfect. We are going to drop here. Ooh, I like that. Yeah, we're going to re-enter real nice. Real nice. Oh, yeah. Okay, we're going to re-enter on the sunny side, too. Don't really want to land on the continent, but we'll figure it out when we get to it. It's okay. So, we're going to time warp to this next maneuver. We are going to use a maneuver node. Pull it in really quick. Get ready. Okay, and we are going to use the Science Junior out here. Actually, I don't think I've done it out this far. Observe Materials Bay. Ooh, okay. Material study while in space high over Kerbin. The high radiation environment caused a few of the samples to glow. Okay. He still wants to paint the rocket with it. He's a crazy man. No one said he wasn't crazy. In fact, I think most people would say he was. Anyone who would do something like this, I would like to believe, is pretty darn crazy, to be perfectly honest. Wow, okay. And there's so many crazy things out there in the universe, and it's all just governed by the laws of physics. When you observe one thing happen, and you can mathematically calculate it, well, you can generally assume, obviously not a perfect assumption until you observe it again, that particular thing will happen throughout the entire universe. Gravity, for example, it's mathematically calculable at any point, anywhere, as long as we know the mass of an object. Even technically a black hole, although that one's kind of difficult since we can't directly observe any yet. We've seen them, but we've not been able to get any instruments because the closest one we found actually, I think a couple weeks ago, is still 1,000 light years away. It takes light 1,000 full years to get to us at the speed of light. I mean, that's baffling. Even going a single light year right now for humans is quite literally impossible. We could not. if we wanted to. It would take multiple human lifespans. And yet, here we are, glued to our little rock, thinking everything is so important. Oh, I should probably stage, huh? Probably. Cool. We are no longer orbiting. We are on a ballistic trajectory back towards Kerbin. Hopefully we don't skip off the atmosphere. No, that we do not. Oh boy. Okay. So yeah, I don't know. There's plenty of things locked up in my brain. Leave a comment. What do you want to know? I mean, a majority of things about astronomy. General things, for example, how does an electric motor work? How do we produce electricity? Even in the realms of chemistry, I can give general overviews of things, not necessarily nitty-gritty of every individual thing. Although if you find something and you want me to research it, leave a comment. I'll take a look. I'll see what I can find for you. I'm more than capable of understanding a good number of things. It's not difficult for me. Majority of things, you know, concepts are quite simple for me to understand, for whatever reason. I have a very good grasp of physics and general mathematics. Not necessarily jumping into, hey, what's this huge, oh, what am I trying to say? Well, I'm losing my mind, guys. I'm talking to myself. Feels kind of weird. Have you guys ever recorded a video? Leave a like if you have. Feels odd. Just talking to yourself the whole time. I need to drink some water. We'll figure that out later. Maybe we should have water on hand for the future. That's a good idea. Yeah, bit of an odd one. So, yeah, but don't be like, look, what is this, you know, calculus 3 or theoretical calculus equation? You know, solve this one for me. I'm not here to do your homework, but I'll be happy to answer questions for you guys if you want anything. And there goes, I guess, all my battery power. Great. Wonderful. We are going to set retrograde. We are going to do that. We are going to do partial burn, get us in alignment here. And everything is still running nominally. Haven't run into any issues yet. We are looking good. Is my energy still draining slowly? I think it is idle. I don't know. I don't know what's taking battery right now. I have to take a look. Let me take a look at temperature and pressure data. I hope I did both of those. I was talking. I don't remember if I did both of these. Oh, thank God I did. Okay, thank God. I'd be upset at myself if I didn't. Gosh. However, Kerbin. Okay, those are done already. I don't have to worry about those. But yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of interesting things out there. I think we could all have an entertaining and educational, I don't know, it's almost like a podcast. I kind of like that idea. I like being educational. I like being entertaining. Am I entertaining? Oh gosh. I'm self-conscious about it. Uh-oh. Oh boy. He's been out here for 4 days, 3 hours, and 53 minutes. Imagine being stuck in this capsule for that long. Having nowhere to go to the bathroom. Maybe having food and water. I don't even know if they put that in there for him. Man, what a world. Alright, we're still falling. Let's speed it up. Oh god, almost killed him. Okay, we're gonna make our burn. We are already set to make our burn here. Gonna turn on that. Set to retrograde fully. We are going to decrease our velocity now, so we can separate from our booster section right underneath, and then we can re-enter safe and sound, fall to the ground, recover, and get a huge volume of science. Leave a like for science, guys. It's really what keeps our world going. I know they say it's money. Stage. I know they say it's money that keeps us going. But my gosh, is it really not. So, you know. It is what it is. No one's perfect. And don't hate people for not being as intelligent as you. Don't hate people for being imperfect. Don't hate people for being different. Life is life, you know. Animals are animals, humans are humans. Not that we're really that much different biologically, but hey. Ooh, it might be dropping. Ooh, I like this. Let's get a beautiful re-entry, guys. I'm excited. Okay, let's drop in nice and clean. Check our battery. Have more than enough to keep SAS on. No issue there. Oh, I'm nervous. We're going 3,000 meters per second. This ablator is going to take a hard hit. Come on, hold it, hold it, hold it. Ooh, it's heating up. Ooh, it's all heating up. Okay, we're good. We re-entered nice and easy. Oh, I like it. That's perfect. Oh, what a beautiful re-entry. Deploy chutes. Drug chutes deployed. Reconnected communication with the Space Center. No issue. You can actually see that with that delightful little green line. It actually shows if you're connected to any nodes, which I really do like. We are going to increase our speed here. Nice and easy. Boom, boom, boom. I want you in my room. I don't know if you guys know that song or not. But yeah, I'd like to make this educational some way, right? Like, we get to play fun games. Kerbal Space Program's amazing. We just did a huge amount of science. And also let me know in commenting what you want to see in the future, like what topics and things you want me to cover. But let me know how long of the videos you want them to be. Because I don't know if you guys want like 30-minute videos, 10-minute videos. I'm sure there'll be a mix of them. 30 minutes is more like a podcast type of thing. I don't know if you guys want that. Yeah, if you guys come from home from work, right? I mean, I do this all the time. I'll listen to an hour-long video while I'm playing a video game or relaxing. I think this is pretty fun. I might even have other people on here at some point. Sitting around playing video games, talking. See, actually, another idea. Yeah, we're gonna hold off on these ideas. We're gonna come back to them in the future. This video's already long enough. Oh gosh. Okay. Let's land here. Splashdown. 3, 2, 1. Splashdown. Oh my gosh, what a beautiful landing. Okay, we are going to EVA. We are going to do EVA report, nothing. Take surface sample, nothing. We have everything we need from this area. We are going to recover vessel. And let's all take a trip in our favorite rocket ship. 301 science. Zooming through the sky. Little Einsteins. Okay. Wow. 301.4 science in total. Wow, I like it. Okay, what am I going to get today? Big day, as the old saying goes. A lot of old sayings no one's ever said before, huh? What a world. Electrical, wow, I really don't even know what I want. My gosh, okay, I'm definitely getting this. I do want to get supersonic flight in the near future. I could get it right now, I'm going to wait on it a little bit. It's not quite super important yet. I am going to get landing module related things, right? So better landing struts, larger heat shields, and I am probably going to need to get electronics so I can maintain a presence on the moon. And I might even actually send a lander up that is just an escape module that can get back to Kerbin. And then we'll send a Kerbal there to do science, hopefully a scientist, yeah, preferably. And yeah, we'll figure it out. But I am going to get this for now, down to 31.4 science. It is what it is. We'll be okay with it. Don't worry. Anyways, guys, let me know what you guys think. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. You're going to get to see a lot more videos like this in the future. Don't worry. We're not going anywhere. It's going to be an interesting YouTube channel. I certainly hope so, at least. Adios, guys. Talk to you later, you big sluts. Bye.